NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos. We have your game.
Welcome back. I'm Tim O'Brien with Tali Latoy at Artesia High. It was the site tonight of the D12 Southern Section CIF Championship. It was Cerritos and the Yucca Valley Trojans. Just an absolute heartbreaking ending tonight for Yucca Valley.
Absolutely, and from the get-go, Tim, I mean, when you go into the locker room and it's just such a low-scoring game, both of these gritty teams just came out to play and did not want the other one to get into the end zone, and that's exactly what we saw tonight.
Yeah, and there was, for the first half of the game, nothing between outside the 40s. There was only about 20 yards of game being played. Both defenses up for the challenge. I had mentioned on the sideline to somebody tonight that the offensive and defensive line from Yucca Valley just that much bigger and more powerful than Cerritos. But you got to tip your cap to the Dons over there. They played a style of football that almost kept Yucca on their toes offensively. Coach Johnson said they couldn't get into that rhythm. We'll hear from him in just a moment. But yeah, you leave here kind of baffled. You have that 13-6 lead. They go ahead and tie it, and you just couldn't get anything clicking in overtime.
And 4 quarters just wasn't enough. Yeah. We had to go into overtime, and that's free football. But it also, we wanted to end in our ring and our way. But tough on both sides of the ball. But at the end of the day, one person had to take the loss.
Yeah, in the moment it stinks. It hurts, right? It stings a little bit. But this team had won 10 in a row. They went undefeated in their league. They've made it to this championship game for the first time since 1996. So a lot of good to look back on. Tonight it won't feel that way, but in the coming days and weeks, Coach Jeremy Johnson and the Yucca Valley Trojans will be able to look back and feel some gratitude from this season.
Absolutely, and we actually got to catch up with Coach Johnson, a very short interview with him, but we got to talk to him about how he's still proud of his group of guys. Take a look.
Yeah, we had a couple busts on defense, and offensively, we weren't quite finding our rhythm tonight. They had a really good defense. They held us down there for a while. I thought maybe we could pull it out in the second half, and then when they went for the tie, I knew what they were doing. That's what you do when you're at home. You go for the tie. So we just had to put the ball in the end zone. We had a couple long passes out of bounds, and that's kind of how it goes sometimes, I guess.
Yeah, tough loss again. To hear it in Coach's voice. I heard him say, though, when he met with the team here after the game, that he loves them all and he's proud of them. He's one of the good ones. It's a good coach. It's the right man for the job. I had mentioned to him a couple weeks back, he was the 4th coach in 4 years for this program when he took over. And I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. So it's the right man for the right job.
Absolutely. And you still had a great run, like you said. It's going to be hard to look at that tonight. But, in the future, you're still paving the way for the next man up and the next class up next year.
1913 final here at Artesia High. Cerritos over Yucca Valley in overtime. The Dons are the CIF Southern Section D12 champions. And that'll do it out here in Lakewood. That's Tali Latoy. I'm Tim O'Brien. More news coming up after the break.